You know, recently for the Chinese New Year, we had this gala. You know the gala?
Yeah, it's like what's it called? It's like a New Year's show where they have all the biggest talent and the best CCP cadres come up, and everyone gives each other face.
Yeah.
And it's like a variety show of the most tame variety. Like it's boring party, pro-nationalist stuff,
And
right?
it's a song and dance show.
And song and dance and a little bit of comedy here and there, but it's like,
dude.
like
if you've
lowbrow.
lived in China, you've been subjected to this. If you have Chinese family, you've been subjected to this. You cannot escape it. It's almost mandatory for everybody to watch every year.
By the way, thank you for Cherry Blossom Tarot, who's gifting all these people memberships. Really appreciate that.
Really, really awesome of you. Thank you for becoming a member if you are one, by the way. It's fantastic. All right. So anyway, I'll put it behind us. This is your typical Chinese CCTV gala. Okay. And it is the biggest show. It's the most viewed show, like almost mandatory.
in the world,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's mandatory viewing for everyone. So you're having a New Year's dinner or whatever, you'll get together with your family. This is always on in the background.
Yeah.
You can't escape it, right?
Yes.
So they had a little song and dance number, as they always do. And people were like, hang on, that's kind of familiar. So we'll just
Some
play.
people in the know.
Yeah, we'll play that, okay? So let's listen to this. Okay, and some people are like, hey, I know that song. That's like one of the outros to one of my favorite animes.
Yeah.
Japanese animations.
Let's see if it sounds similar.
Okay. They can't even make up their own shit for
They can't
that.
even make their own nationalist bullshit.
I know, it's ridiculous. Like, okay, it's just comedic at this point. Because don't forget, this is the biggest, most produced, most watched show on Chinese television every year.
Right.
And they can't even come up with their own like music for their song and dance numbers.
Because China, under the Chinese Communist Party, it's a land of plagiarism.
Yep.
And that's because creativity and ingenuity is not rewarded. In fact, it's punished because you want to cut as many corners as you can to get what you know, under whatever the system allows. You need to get your bit, right?
The thing is, it's also easy to get away with it for a long time because of the cutoff from the outside world. The rest of the world's censored, right?
Yes.
Like you can't watch that Japanese anime on Chinese TV. It's not there.
No, you can stream it on Bilibili.
Yeah, you should be able to stream it on Bilibili. Well, it depends. You know, they ban a lot of them. I don't know about that particular one. Yeah. Either way, the fact is, when the Communist Party guy who put this together, when he stole it, he's like, they're never going to find out, you know. And he shows it to his bosses, and they're like, wow, that's good. That sounds great. You came up with that yourself. They probably
said like, wow, like something like, wow. So good.
Oh yeah, that's correct. They were like,
"Wow, so good."
That Rick would say that about the gala.
Oh yeah.
But what would he feel about the anime representation?
Oh yeah, you know.
Wow, that's a little too much for me.
Yeah.
You know the.
Just play it one more time back to back for everyone to
you know what the hold on.
Right, okay.
Do you know what the Chinese government would say in responses if they had an official response? They would say, in the face of all truth, that the Japanese anime copied the gala,
even though it's like 10 years old or whatever. Yeah, yeah. They'll say it's an ancient Chinese song from like 1,000 years ago.
For real, in the balloon, the same vein as the balloon stuff.
Yeah.
They would do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, let's play it back to back for you.
You know, it's even worse the more you play it because we couldn't actually play it out. The whole song is plagiarized.
Yeah, exactly.
Verbatim. It's not one clip. And I was worried that people might think, oh, it's just the beginning. No, the whole song is plagiarized. Yeah. It's just we can't play the whole thing because they'll copyright
We'll get a copyright strike.
Ironically, we'll get punished for calling out the Chinese government's plagiarism.
You know who will copyright strike us as well? Will be the Chinese one, not the original one. They love doing that. What we've got over here is fairly dystopian. You may have seen this under a bridge. This is quite common.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll see this in certain parts of China, especially like you'll see it on bridges. You'll see it where there's kind of a scenic thing. I don't know why they're all under the bridge. Maybe it's because it's raining and they had to move.
Oh, I know.
Why?
You got to let me talk about it. This is my expertise. You know,
okay,
you always say I love TikTok. And all this crap, right? No, they're doing this for a very specific reason. There's hot spots in China which actually prioritize the algorithm depending on location. So when you fire up your location, that's why you'll see there's multiple clips you'll see of this, people in one spot kind of like lined up.
Yeah.
It'll reward you if you're in the CBD of a certain district of a certain big city, Shanghai, Beijing, Wuhan, all of these like kind of rich areas.
For TikTok.
For Douyin,
yeah. Douyin is TikTok. It's the same thing.
Same thing, yeah. And all the other Chinese streaming apps. There's a billion, Kuaishou and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, what it'll do is everyone in China will allow location services, of course, because it's just what you do.
Yeah.
And it will
You have to.
Yeah.
You can't pay with your WeChat Pay and stuff without the location services of your phone on. Yeah.
So anyway, the algorithm will say, oh, they're in this very wealthy area that has, good scenery, and it's like a lot of foot traffic, and it's just where they are. They prioritize those people as opposed to a live streamer that'll be out in rural Sichuan or Guizhou, right?
But why are they under the bridge?
Because that's one of the hotspots that they found.
I bet you it's raining.
Dude, I'm not
Look
joking.
at the floor, it's wet.
That's great. That's fine. Have you seen the 50 other clips of this?
I know, but what I'm saying is
they're on a bridge, but not under a bridge.
Yeah, but these, I think they would normally be on the bridge.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because they'd be in the same geolocation.
Yes, yeah.
They're all under the bridge, obviously, because it's raining. Look, it's wet on the floor.
Yeah, so usually, most of the clips I've seen, they are on top.
They're like lined on a bridge or whatever. Anyway, look at how ridiculous is it. It's just a farm at this point.
This is dystopia.
It's like a pig farm, but except for streamers.
Yeah.
Like we showed last time, that pig farm in the high rise.
It's like in a high rise now.
Everyone has to get their angle so you can't see the other people. So
Part of me feels bad.
It's not good.
I don't want to be a boomer, but this is the end of the world stuff.
Dude,
this is the fall of Rome stuff.
Remember, if you go to my channel, to the Serpents at A channel, I have as my channel ad or whatever playing is my documentary. It's called Stay Awesome China.
Yeah.
Remember, I went to one of those streaming houses where they actually stream.
Yeah.
And the girls live in the house.
Yeah.
And they basically
eat,
sleep, wake up, stream for like 5, 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever. Sleep for a couple hours, wake up, stream more.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's exploitation. It's disgusting. It's a horrible thing.
When I go through this, and unfortunately too, like a lot of these girls are. I think a lot of this in the beginning was this idea that Chinese girls are being empowered because now they have their own way to make money. But a lot of them are kind of run by digital pimps in a way.
No, they
because a lot of them, you are in a very ethical one that was obviously signed off on that you're allowed to look at. There are some,
of course,
dark
but
things.
even that one was sus. It
sus,
was like there was a digital pimp there.
Yeah.
Okay, and they take all the money that the girls get off their gifts and give them their salary.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like a big percentage. A lot of these women will basically, what I've been reading, and / I actually talked to a friend that knows what's been happening, at least in Guangdong where we used to live. They'll get basically migrant workers of these girls from rural villages or rural areas, and then they now have a debt. They now have a debt of like 50. I have 50,000 debt. You're gonna have to pay off through all these gifts that you earn.
Yes.
And then I'll let you stay here, and you can use the software, and you can use our user base and all this kind of stuff. And then anything on top of that you can keep. And these girls are like, okay, and they move to the big city, and they end up basically being a factory worker, or those gold farmers, back on World of Warcraft and stuff. Paying off their debt eternally, and it is just like a new digital slavery.
It's all fake rubbish too, because the girls, I don't want to go back to the documentary again, but if you watch it, like I sat in front of one of the streaming computers, and it made me look like an alien.
Yeah.
It took away my beard.
I want to say you were pretty, but you weren't.
No.
It made you worse.
It was terrible. It took away my beard. It made my chin all pointy. It smoothed out my skin, made my eyes massive, And
they turned it up to 11.
It was ridiculous. So, with all the filters they've got going on there, they could put anything there, anyone.
They do. I mean, we have a lot of clips you see on our Monday episodes. We've played some of these, but they'll have 50, 60-year-old women that look absolutely gorgeous 25-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of these filters.